You guys step into Three Flags Sailing. The atmosphere is subdued, and the majority of the patrons are keeping to themselves, kind of looking down at the bowl of stew and the pint before them. A plump, gray-haired woman is stepping between the tables, fussing over one of the empty bowls that she is bringing away from the one of the patrons, saying, "What, you don't like the onions? The onions are good." And the guy just shakes it off with a, "Don't worry about it, Ma. Don't worry about it." Of note as well, you guys also see a young woman sitting at one of the tables in the back, and Ennui, you recognize her immediately. So we have to just also point out about her outfit. Blair, do you want to tell everyone your outfit in this? Well, everyone else is wearing big, heavy snow coats and all of this warm weather gear, yourself included. Blair, go for it. The only one who's not is Sabo, so.
Yeah, so Blair's sitting at the table, and she is young, 19, light brown hair, and is dressed like the rogue that is in the player's handbook. That's what she looks like. Like the cold shoulder leather armor, where you can like still see your shoulders, and like tight, thin leather armor.
Jesus. You're freezing, aren't you?
Fashion's important.
I need to look this up.
You don't even, like, you're wearing, like, a leather skirt. Like, you don't even have pants.
Yes, that is correct.
That is...
You were so cold.
Lovely. So yeah, she is sticking out like a sore thumb, and Ennui, you also recognize her immediately.
Yes.
That one must be cold. Even I am cold.
The woman says, "Find a table, I'll get to you right away," and then keeps working.
Upon noticing this, I'm going to kind of like take off my cold weather gear sort of thing and just like fluff it. I'm going to preen a little.
Ex-wife.
Yeah. What?
What?
Yeah, and I'm just going to make
Do you know her?
I'm going to ignore Lumimac. And,
Seeing-
I'm going.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say a little prayer for Ennui.
Do you
and,
know her?
And as the party kind of settles wherever, I'm going to settle maybe like a table away or whatever. So when the barmaid comes back to me, I'm going to send a drink towards Blair, and just so I can look like I'm sitting there, you know.
Can I?
Duke,
No.
are you not sitting with us?
I'm just ignoring.
I imagine that I know he's there, and I am trying really hard to make it look like I do not know he's there.
Luminac's not gonna... I mean, Lumina can't sit on the table chairs. I think he's always afraid he's gonna break one. He doesn't want to be rude, so he's gonna
break one.
I'm gonna stand at Duke's table.
Blair, why don't you give me a deception check, because the majority of the party is looking at you right now. So let's see if you're
But they're
able
looking
to
in the back
act.
of my head, right?
Pardon?
They're looking in the back of my head, right? I'm into it. It's fine.
Not anymore.
What are these rolls? They're crazy.
Fucking amazing.
Those are my two best stats.
Checks out. Yeah,
Wow.
she keeps stone face on. You can't even tell that she knows Ennui. Ennui just looks thirsty AF right now and nothing else.
Okay, I got this. Seeing that Ennui is like staring at this woman, I'm going to completely ignore all social structure and just walk over and sit down at her table.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hello?
Can I help you?
My name is Sable. You may call me Sable. It's very nice to meet you.
I would like to point out that Joanna is just standing by the door, marveling at the fact that she has the most social tact back of this group right now. And it's just, she doesn't even know where to sit because everyone's just swarmed on Wii, who's obviously trying to pick up this, like...
I'm sitting at my own table off in the distance. Yeah. Where
Everyone
we're
just kinda,
supposed to be.
Scattered through the bar. What are you doing, Nocta? What are you doing?
I'm kind of just staring, seeing what's happening. I was close enough for him to potentially hear me say ex-wife, but
Sable, you have strange friends.
You're telling me. What was your name?
Why do you travel with such strange compatriots?
Well, they're fairly nice people. Well, most of them. Sorry, what was your name?
Do you think your friend remembers my name?
At that, I am going to take Nocto by the arm, and we are going to go sit with Lonzel, and we are going to order a round of drinks and be real loud. Nice and loud.
There's one waiting for you when you get over here. I've already ordered it for you.
Perfect.
Sorry, which friend? Do you mean,
The obnoxious one.
You'll have to be more specific than that.
The one that is obviously glaring.
Duke Ennui, do you know this person?
Upon seeing that, I'm just gonna like as I hear my name shout, I'm gonna turn my back, and then I'm gonna be like,
I'm gonna smack him. As I'm still standing next to him, I'm gonna smack him across the face and be like, "You knew her. Why are you acting like you do not?"
it's a courtly matter. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
I do not understand. I don't know if
Anything
everybody
that
else also understands.
I will. I'll walk to the table with Blair, and I will, kind of like give a slight little bow as I approach, and I'll sit down at the table, and I'll just be like, Blair, my hearth in the Icewind. Destiny brings us together again.
At the mention of my hearth in the Icewind, Sabo just kind of like crinkles a brow, like, what have I gotten myself into?
Luminac also follows me over.
Do the three
He does not sit down though.
So did you follow Ennui over?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other three, you guys are just having a good time, just staying away from this.
we're fine. I'm gonna actually approach someone behind the bar and see if there's anywhere that I could perform for.
You're gonna say, see if there's anywhere I can just puke?
The woman motions. She says, I haven't upkept it I haven't done any work on it in a while. She motions towards a stage that is covered in, that is a bunch of empty crates and barrels are piled on top of.
Ah, yes. Excellent. I'll take it.
Sounds about right.
I have a deck of playing cards, and I'm just going to try and either get Lonzel and I to teach the Chewinga how to play betting games, or if the Chewinga's not interested, we're going to try and build the Chewinga a house of cards. To just really, really be not focused on what's happening at Ennuy's table right now.
I'm down.
I just want to pause for a second here. Landia G, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you guys had a good stream. Thanks for sending some people our way. You guys are able to easily play cards. The Chewinga starts by just kind of watching the cards get dealt out.
You guys are gonna lose so much money to a Chewinga.
We're smart.
Yes.
We'll be fine.
We'll hop over to the 4 at the table who are having the conversation. My hearth in the Icewind, I believe, was the last thing that was said.
I said destiny brings us together.
Sorry,
again.
yes.
What makes you think that this is destiny and not a curse?
My eyebrows go up at that one. So
Surely
you
just-
you two do know each other then?
We've met.
Yes, we have. We've met many times in an evening.
Once. Ugh.
All right then. Well, I might leave you both to catch up then. Lumamak, would you like to come with me? Perhaps we can go see what our friends are doing. And I'll give a not so subtle head
I'm
nod
going to-
away.
Oh,
Am I within
okay.
reaching distance of Sabo? Where are you compared to me?
Oh, I sat down right next to you. Yeah.
Oh,
You
then
can
I'm
for
gonna
sure
grab
reach
you
me.
by the wrist. There is a cat stealing peppers off a plate. Hold on. Stop!
I want peppers.
Sorry. I'm going to grab your wrist and just be like, "Strange friends, please stay."
I'll sit back down.
I will continue standing next to the table.
Nocta, you step up and kind of squeeze your way onto the stage.
I rearranged some crates and stacked them so I can sit on top of them.
Nice. Why don't you give me a
Ew.
performance check if that's what you're doing, or play instrument, whichever you prefer.
Oh, it's a performance.
Dude, what do you sing?
So,
I don't
no.
sing. I rap.
In West Philadelphia. No, so he's sitting there, he pulls out his kalimba and he's like, I've trained for this, I can do this, I'm ready. So he starts plucking on his little kalimba, and he starts weaving a tale. He tells stories. He starts weaving a tale of adventurers who went out on a lake and discovered a plesiosaur and made friends with it. He's just retelling what happened the day before, with music behind it.
Cool. The Joanna and Lonzel's card games seem to be going pretty well. When you guys get the cards together here, the Chewinga slams on the table and motions for you guys to deal them in.
We will do so.
Joanna's already been losing every hand to Lonzel, so the Chewinga can only help matters.
The Chewinga
What
reaches
you
into
didn't
his
realize is
pocket.
the Chewinga was helping me cheat in those rounds. So
The Chewinga puts a small gemstone on the table.
Yo, is it
Oh.
made of black ice?
Could you imagine?
Terrifying.
What's it worth? Can we do some sort of a phrase check or something?
It's just a 10 gold pieces gemstone, something pretty small.
I'm gonna lean over to Lonzel and be like, you have my 8 gold. So,
Go make a deposit from the bank of Lumamak.
As you
That
guys
would require
look-
coming over to this table.
I'm going to lean down to the Chewing and go, "You're playing with very high stakes, my friend. Maybe we want to start a little softer. Could
I'm
lend you some coin, and we could do a bit of exchange for that item if you don't have anything smaller in value."
I'm pulling up hempen rope to put on the table because that's the only thing I have of value other than my long sword at this point.
The
I'm
Chewinga
trying.
steps, when you say that, Lonzel, the Chewinga puts his hands up being like, "Oh, I thought I was playing with some real gamers."
Joanna's face immediately changes, and Joanna is hook, line, and sinker taken in by this Chewinga, and she's fine, and puts her long sword on the table.
Lonzel is pulling out and not being part of this hand. Whatever's going to happen there.
Joanna and the Chewinga.
All right, the four at the table. You guys can continue your conversation. You guys will also do hear Nocta performing spoken stories with music in the background for the whole tavern.
Sabo
it
almost
good?
never shows
Yes, it's
real
very good.
emotion on his face, but he kinda smiles.
Oh.
The cat's so loud.
Just goes through, he's like, hey! Hey!
I'm just going to turn to Sabo and be like, so, what makes you travel together?
Well, I want a clan. I have had some in the past, but need a new one, and have sort of collected this group along the way. They are my clan.
And I'm just going to point at Luminac and be like, and you travel with an Iron Giant?
He was the third member.
I was.
Lumac here is a stalwart protector and knows only duty and honor. He is truly a pleasure to be around.
I'm gonna like, still ignoring Ennui, I'm going to like still at Sabo, and I'm gonna sort of like crinkle my face a little bit and be like, so why do you travel with the knob?
Well,
We have a knob?
My dear,
I
it
thought
is
I
a
was
turn
the
of-
only inanimate object.
It is a turn of phrase.
I'll kind of say, I'll just say, well, and then pause thoughtfully, like it's a really hard question to answer, and then just turn to Ennui and be like, she doesn't seem to like you very much. What did you do to her?
That is a good thing to ask. I was wondering this myself.
I merely let the fates I'm just gonna kind of like turn and like drink a lot.
Yes, that's exactly it, with much alcohol.
If anything, I showed her charity and benevolence, for this pickpocket here tried to take me for all I was worth.
And you...
Got her lodgings for the evening, and she merely abandoned my charity and my benevolence.
I'll turn back to this woman whose name I still don't know, and just be like, what is that? What did he do?
I'm going to start like in a very like roundabout way, saying in like an ironic way that he was a complete gentleman. And Justin, at the same time, while I'm being distracting and telling this like long story, may I try to pick Ennui's pockets?
Sure, go for it. You can give me let me look at that. That's sleight of hand. Is that a thing in this?
It
Yeah.
is.
All right.
May
It is.
I make a suggestion? Ennui carries a very valuable to him signet ring, and his hand is on the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm that good.
That seems challenging. Ugh.
All right. Can I get so Ennui? What's your passive perception? 10, isn't it?
It's 10.
All right, and then
Uh,
Sabo and Lumimac, I would love a perception check from you guys.
Sure.
Yes.
Come on. Damn it!
Lumimac, no.
Warning!
What are you
warning!
doing? Are you stealing?
Stop, thief!
When he said
Stop,
that,
fiend!
everyone notices that she was trying to take your signet ring, Ennui.
I'm just gonna pass it off, and I'm just gonna grab his hand and pretend to be like very loving and be like, really, he was a complete gentleman.
Yeah, my bad.
Lumimac, you don't see through. You do see through that. Ennui, you melt like butter. And Sabo, you can give me a insight check if you want.
I can try. I probably won't, but that's okay.
I do not believe.
Yeah, you won't.
Yeah.
We're gonna hop on over
I do
to
not
Nocta.
believe that.
Hello.
Nocta, when
I
you
just
finish
finished-
your song, a man with a frostbitten nose approaches you and says, "That song was simply wonderful." He puts a coin down on the box, and it's just a silver. If you want another story, in Dugan's Hole, people live in fear of the winter wolves that haunt the outskirts of the town. As big as horses they are, and are smarter than normal wolves. Ask about them, and you'll have a new song for sure.
Dugan's Hole, giant wolves.
Yes, Dugan's Hole, giant winter wolves.
Interesting.
Maybe one of them could be named Barley or something.
Barley or something. All right. Yes. He has a little notepad. He's like quailing like. Thank you very kindly, sir. I appreciate your advice.
He turns and goes back and sits at the bar. The game of cards is begun. Joanna,
It's
this is
over.
simple. This is all going to fall onto you. You need to give me a plain card check. I know you have that ability.
Yes, and I will note in the favor of the Chewinga, it keys off of intelligence.
Okay. Actually, he just gives you a threshold to beat, and you got to beat it. He's not competing against you.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Oh.
The
Goodbye,
Chewinga
Longsword.
drops the cards, and you can't believe it. You've lost.
I'm gonna Joanna.
It's just some
Joanna's
game.
Joanna's like a completely different person right now. Like it's like all of Joanna's cheerfulness is gone, and Joanna's gonna slap the table and be like, "Small luck. Play again."
I'd pause for a second. Ruel Gaviola, thank you so much for the raid of 41 people. That's crazy.
Jesus. Hello.
Thank you so
Hello,
much for the
everyone.
raid. We're having a good time. This has been I think it's called like, what is it, a fluff episode where we're just getting to know the characters and all that. But thank you so much. I hope you had a good stream, and thank you for sending everybody here. Yeah, that's really awesome. The Chewinga pulls the gemstone closer and then grabs the hilt of your sword and begins to slide it as well. But it's a bit too heavy for it. So it looks down at the sword hilt and stamps its foot and then puts its hand out in front of you.
I just lost all of my gold to Lonzel. I don't I'm gonna start digging in my pack to try and find something Chewinga size.
You have pine cone.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it.
I gave you lots of pine cones.
It
I'm gonna
kicks
give
the
it the
pine cone
pine.
off the table when you put it down.
I'm gonna try and see if it can hold the hand axe.
It picks up the hand axe and it's a little bit heavy for it,
Oh
but
my
it's like
God.
able to kind of swing it. And it just then puts the hand axe down and gives that thumbs up motion again.
Joanna's like, okay, sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could win it back if you were willing to play again. But I mean, no, you can have the hand. Remove the hand axe from my inventory.
It slides the hand axe over to you, Lonzel, for safekeeping.
I'm going to take the hand axe and I'm going to reach into my gold pocket and I pull out a handful of gold and say, Joanna, here's the gold that I took from you in that previous round. You know, I feel you've not enough today. Pride included.
As you're extending it over, the Chewinga pushes your hand to knock the coins on the table.
Okay.
And then just pushes them back to you.
I'm
Why
gonna be like,
why do you not let me do what I want with the things that I own?
He motions towards the
I'm-
deck of cards.
I think the Chewinga's right. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could win that money back, Lonzo, if you wanted to play another hand or two. Like, I'm sure of it.
Fine, we'll do this fair and square.
Oh
How do I
no!
play cards?
Oh no!
Oh no.
Joanna's gonna end up with no inventory.
On the plus side, it'll make you very light to carry.
Is it just intelligence that we're rolling?
Intelligence plus proficiency if you have the proficiency with playing cards.
Nope. I don't think so. Let me check. I don't think so.
He beat you!
So I like how much time do we want to have go on? At what point is Joanna like shrugging out of chainmail and like trying to figure out how much her tinderbox is worth?
I mean, you guys could play like IOUs, right? You could be like, I owe you this much.
Let's just
No,
keep
Joanna,
rolling.
don't play like
I want to
that.
see. Let's keep rolling until you win one, and then we'll say that equalizes things. But as far as it goes, like it just more and more like my clothes are coming off like strip poker now. Let's just keep rolling, see what happens.
Two!
Okay.
Just the second game. Alright, the money's back. It was just a cufflink, you know. Let's quickly hop on over to the Blair and Ennui conversation. Lumimac, as I said earlier, you noticed that she was trying to steal the ring and that she was feigning that she wasn't.
As I'm listening-
I do not think you. I think you were trying to steal his ring.
Why would I
That
do
is
something
wrong.
like that?
Lumimac,
It
have
is
you ever
wrong.
known the swiftness of love?
I'm gonna stroke the side of Ennui's head, like
No.
stroke the side of his face.
I cannot love.
I
I
don't
can only
believe
know
that is
right
so.
from wrong, and that was wrong.
I think your robot is broken.
No,
I am not broken. Do not say that I am broken, and I will slam the table as hard as I can.
Oof.
Jesus.
I will have
He
been
punches right through the table.
Jesus.
And I'm just
at-
gonna, as like Blair's like stroking my face, I'm just gonna be like, not broken, still good.
He's going to get you guys kicked out.
No, I don't think anyone's gonna kick that out.
Lumimac.
I am sorry about
no
the table,
one-
and I'm gonna
no
turn. I'm
one-
gonna turn around and walk towards the. I'm turning around and walking towards the bar.
Yeah,
As
she was
he walks
actually
around, I'm just
walking
gonna-
towards you as this was happening. And you guys can meet, and we'll just finish what Sabo was going to say.
I was just gonna say, as you're walking
Yeah.
away, I'll just kind of like half-heartedly shout after you. No one was saying you're actually broken. It's okay. And then I'll turn to the woman whose name I don't know yet, and be like, you shouldn't say things like that. He's very sensitive for a robot.
I'm going to, just before we move into what's happening there, I'm going to just sort of like purr in Ennui's ear and be like, "Tell me, do you even still remember my name?"
Lumimac, the woman, as she approaches you and she says, Did you just punch a hole in one of my tables?
I did. I am sorry. How much would it cost to fix?
I'd reckon not much. These tables aren't in the best of shape. If you could just find me.
There is.
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Go.
No, you go.
Continue. I was just gonna hand her 2 gold.
Yeah, she pockets it instantly and says, "Consider it even, but please don't punch any more tables."
I promise I will not punch any more tables.
All right, we're gonna stop recording. Goodbye, YouTube.